living on Alabama's Gulf Coast Business Spotlight. We're in Daphne today at the studio. We have the privilege to sit down with owner Brandon Marcus, and he's going to tell us all about what this wonderful performing arts center has to offer.
All right, guys, we're here with Brandon Marcus, the owner of the studio. Brandon, tell us a little bit about who you are and what brought you here to where you're at today.
Of course, I grew up in the area, went to school in Mobile, and then after high school went to the University of Alabama. Had a little bit more fun than I probably should have.
Oh yeah.
And then transferred.
Don't we all?
Yeah, of course. Transferred to South, got my undergrad at South, my master's at Spring Hill, and opened the studio coming straight out of my undergrad. Knew that I needed a place where kids could receive training, but also receive positive reinforcement in a world that doesn't exactly support the arts.
Yeah.
And so here we are 10 years later, teaching private lessons, group classes, all types of coaching, and anything arts you can imagine.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so you said you're from this area. What made you want to stay after college and start something here instead of going off somewhere else and doing it?
You know, I did about 6 months in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Thought I was chasing the dream, but realized that the dream wasn't exactly for me to be on stage.
Yeah.
The dream was for me to train students to be on stage.
Yeah.
And I get so much joy out of students succeeding, and just seeing all of the students that are here just needing more arts entertainment, needing more arts training, needing just an outlet to express themselves,
yeah.
Especially in an area that is very sports oriented.
Yeah, definitely.
I just couldn't imagine myself going anywhere else.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now you have a different option. If your kids are just into sports, or maybe they're not and they want to explore something else, this could be a great avenue for them. So we know y'all do a lot of different things at the studio. Tell us a little bit about what all y'all offer.
So in addition to private one-on-one training in fields like acting, dance, guitar, piano, tumbling, voice, stage makeup, the whole gamut of different experiences, we also offer group classes. In the fall, we're going to have a group class for creative writing for the stage. We're doing some stage combat workshops with a certified stage combat trainer. We're
awesome.
starting Mommy and Me music classes. So 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds during the day can come in with their parents and start to learn about music in a relaxed environment. Pretty much anything that is arts, we're open to doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna secretly sign my sisters up for Mommy and Me so I can get some embarrassing footage of them.
But are you gonna come as Mommy?
I mean, I will. I don't know if y'all want that though. I don't know if we want to get that on camera. All right, so you mentioned to me a little bit earlier about some of the outside events that y'all do. What all is entangled with that?
So we take students down to New Orleans. New Orleans at the Sanger has several Broadway tours that come through. Like this year, we're going to see MJ, the new Michael Jackson musical.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see Wicked, and we're going to see Les Mis.
Yeah.
And so we take students down there and always try to incorporate some sort of educational aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everything we do should be educational in this
Definitely.
facility. But we also have a very large competition team that competes across the Southeast. Next week, we're going to Orlando for nationals for some of our kids to compete, and of course, go see the Mouse.
That's awesome.
We travel with our kids. Honestly, about once a month, we're going somewhere with our students, letting them compete, perform, or just watch the arts.
Yeah, that's great. You can tell some of the passion about some of the kids that you've taught over the years. Let us in on a little bit of the success stories throughout the years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after 10 years, you have so many students who have gone off to do great things, whether it's get into their dream college.
Yeah.
We have one student who's in New York right now studying at AMDA, the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, who has appeared in some Marvel films, and he's TikTok famous.
Yeah.
Go look up Charlie Boy. He'll love, I just gave him a shout out.
There you go.
But he's a Daphne student. We have students who have worked for Disney. We have students who have been on Broadway tours. We have students who are in campaigns. A lot of our students are represented by Barefoot Models and Talent in Mobile.
Okay.
And so we facilitate all of that and make sure that from start to finish, audition to final product, we're there helping them.
That's great. That's awesome. Touch on a little bit about what the studio does to impact the community a little bit.
You know, I try to teach all of the kids that you should give back to the community that gives to you.
Definitely.
And we do that a lot through, a lot of our students serve on junior city councils. We have students who are on Spanish Fort, Daphne, and Fairhope student or junior councils.
Yeah.
A lot of our students do performances at art walks or at pageants or at grand openings. We have several students who sing the national anthem all across wherever is needed, because you know everybody always wants them to sing.
Yeah.
But we also, our faculty gives back as much as possible. You know, I myself sit on a few boards. Our acting faculty is on the board at Theater 98. And our guitar teacher plays gigs all across the Southeast. And every single one of our faculty, there's that old saying of those who can't do, teach.
Yeah.
And we truly believe that those who can't do shouldn't teach.
Yeah.
But those that can teach can do.
For
so
sure.
we try to, you know, not
sense.
only send our students out, but our teachers as well, and impact the community as much as possible.
Yeah. And now Brendan said he's going to do a rendition of the national anthem for us on camera. So.
Would you like
No.
the Fergie or the, who could I give you? No.
Fergie sounds perfect. No.
No.
As a successful entrepreneur yourself, what advice would you give to a younger entrepreneur who might want to open up his or her own business, whether it's here in this realm or in another industry?
Truth be told, I wish someone would have asked someone else this question. I heard the answer 10 years ago when I was getting started. But I think I'd tell them two things. First off, I would tell them that never give up no matter what people around you are saying.
Yeah.
Because there have been so many times I've been knocked down and thought I could never get past it. And with just a little bit of work as an entrepreneur, our mindset is to always continue and always strive for the best. So just follow your goals. There's nothing wrong with dreams, but I would also tell them to learn the power of the word no.
Yeah.
You don't have to say yes to everything. Every event does not have to be a yes. Every opportunity is not a yes. I try to say one no to every two yeses that I do.
Yeah.
So that has been a huge change for me.
I think that's good advice for all of us. And Brendan won't say this himself, but he was previously selected for the 40 under 40 leaders out of the Mobile area.
You know, that I don't go around telling people that, but you know, I got my master's in leadership.
Yeah.
And leadership has been a huge part of my life. And if I'm not leading someone, I'm going to teach them how to lead. So the 40 under 40 was a big honor being in the arts.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might be next.
Yeah. Hopefully one day. But no, these kids are blessed to have such great leadership at the studio. As a brand new student coming to the studio, what can they expect to get out of it?
There's such a varied answer to that. So instead of me answering that, I actually have one of our former students who's serving as a paid intern this summer that I'm gonna let her answer that instead.
All right. We're here with Ellery Scott, Fairhope High School graduate, former student here at the studio, current intern, about to go off to Alabama. Tell us a little bit about your experience here at the studio.
Oh goodness, well, I was introduced to Brandon in 2020, you know, right after the pandemic had started, and I was doing virtual school, not out of my choice. I felt like I was stuck in a box, because I really was. I was in my room all day long, and getting to come to the studio and not only learn more about singing and performing and, you know, just how to reach a broader audience, but just get to feel valued and welcome was such a just transformative thing in my life. And it's led me to such great avenues that I would have never been able to experience. I feel like what nobody tells you is that, you know, you sign up to go take a voice lesson or a piano lesson or a dance class, but you gain a friend out of your teacher. And that's something that I would say any student is going to gain coming to the studio.
Definitely. Y'all heard it firsthand.
Wow, hope you all are as inspired as we are. Brandon is a true natural leader, and it really shows the passion he and his faculty have for their students. Right behind me is the Wall of Fame. It is a great example of how many students' lives they've touched throughout the years. If you want to learn more about The Studio or the one-on-one lessons they have to offer, make sure to go check them out on social media, The Studio AL, or better yet, go to their website, www.thestudioal.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.